Hey everyone, I'm here with Chris G Money here at Nexon, and we're here to talk Vindictus. Chris, can you tell me a little bit more about the game in general?
Absolutely. Vindictus is what we're calling an action MMO. The first thing anybody's going to notice about the game the first time they play it is that it does not play like your typical MMO at all. It plays more like a hack and slash console game. There's no auto attacking or click on the monster and wait till he falls down dead. Everything you're doing on screen is a direct translation of what you're doing with your mouse and keyboard or with your game controller if you prefer to use a gamepad. We're actually using a modified version of Valve's Source engine, which is a great engine. That's where the physics that you mentioned come in, and also those high quality graphics, which what's really nice is you get all that without it being a system hog. So you can actually run it on a relatively low spec machine. And yeah, we've got a lot of cool things that the engine that made it so that we could do. We have completely destructible environments. Also, everything on the ground you can pretty much pick up and use as a weapon. And also, you have destructible armor. So your armor will actually break apart and fall off your body, and you could end up running around in sexy underwear by the end of the dungeon if that happens.
So, okay, it's a very good-looking game, especially if you end up with your sexy underwear. Obviously, in these MMO types of formats, it's intended to be played with friends. And what kind of content and how large of groups can you play with? And are there guilds or anything similar to that kind of structure?
Okay, yeah, well, we will have guilds. We haven't really announced how those will work, but we will introduce those. In terms of the groups, it's instance dungeons, which was a decision that we made because with the destructible environments, we didn't want it to be a complete open world because then a week into the game, everything would be destroyed and you wouldn't really have any fun. So it's instance dungeons with a town that acts sort of as a hub that everybody can meet up in. The dungeons, the basic dungeon is a 4-player dungeon, but there's also raid dungeons which are up to 8 players.
Is there additional type of content that the Vindictus team has planned, like PvP, or what do they have for endgame content?
Yeah, absolutely. We will be introducing PvP further down the road, and also we'll be doing fairly regular updates to add more and more content to the game as players go on. So that the game will just get deeper and longer and more involved as it continues to live in out in the world, in the real world.
Oh, excellent, excellent. And is there a cemented release date yet for Vindictus?
We have not given a full release date, but on September 15th, we're going to be starting what we're calling the early access to our open beta. Basically, players with a beta key are going to get a chance to experience some of the content that will be in the open beta, plus they'll get to create characters that will carry over for the whole life of the game. So it's the first chance people really get to get in there and get started on it. On top of that, when you register a beta key, you'll actually get emailed 2 more beta keys that you can give out to friends. And then when they register those beta keys, they'll each get 2 more beta keys that they can give to 2 of their friends. So it'll just spread like a virus, but not the kind that hurts your computer, of course.
Of course. Thank you. Well, that's all the questions I have. Thank you very much, Chris.
Thank you.
Chris G Money, everybody.